The two-touch gloves, Floyd Mayweather.
We haven't heard anything in the corner, but I'd like to see him use his leg. He's got good legs, in and out movement. Feint Floyd and then attack.
And still undefeated, Floyd Manny Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao step into the ring in a collision of precision, power, and relentless will. One of the most anticipated boxing events of a generation. Each round unfolds as a battle of split-second decisions, tactical adjustments, and unwavering resolve, as two icons stake their pride, legacy, and place in history. Stay with us as we revisit how this long-awaited showdown challenged expectations and carved a lasting chapter in the story of modern boxing.
In this fight, and Freddie Roach told us he was going to try to attack and then get out quickly. The right hand of Mayweather is a factor early in the scout, or in early rounds, not always been a quick start.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. didn't warm up to the moment. He owned it from the start. Undefeated, composed, and calculating. He stood in the ring with the calm of a surgeon, thriving on opponents' mistakes. Across from him, Manny Pacquiao brought explosive speed and the weight of a nation's hopes, pressing forward with urgency and fire. When the opening bell sounded, it wasn't reckless chaos. It was measured violence. Pacquiao tested the distance with sharp, controlled bursts, careful not to overcommit. Mayweather processed everything in real time, reading angles, timing, and rhythm. By the close of round one, the statistics told a clear story. Floyd landed 8 of 36 punches, 22%. Manny connected on 3 of 29, just 10%. It was aggression versus accuracy, volume versus precision, and early on, precision was winning.
Of 36 and the two big right hands, that was a Mayweather round. Pacquiao virtually diving at him there.
And at the end of that round, a seminal moment, when Pacquiao got inside and tried to throw punches, Mayweather reached out and held him.
From the middle rounds on, every exchange carried weight. Manny Pacquiao kept his combinations tight and disciplined. 1, sometimes 2 punches at a time, showing clear respect for Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s counterpunching instincts. Mayweather dictated the tempo with near-mechanical precision, setting traps, controlling distance, and forcing Pacquiao to reset. Rounds 3 and 4 captured the essence of the fight. Brief surges of Pacquiao's offense met by Mayweather's composed, razor-sharp counters. Even when shots thudded into gloves or grazed shoulders, the crowd erupted, amplifying the tension of a tactical chess match unfolding in real time.
Every other opponent are swinging at air against Floyd Mayweather here tonight.
You don't call him the best defensive fighter ever.
Right hand by Pacquiao as Mayweather was trying to get away.
As the bout moved into the middle and late rounds, the contest evolved into a layered study of strategy, discipline, and psychological control. Manny Pacquiao continued to test openings, probing with quick entries, pressing in bursts, and at times threatening to swing the momentum. Floyd Mayweather Jr. responded with poise, absorbing what he had to, recalibrating in real time, and firing back with pinpoint counters when the margins were smallest. Rounds 8 through 10 revealed the deepest tactical layers of the fight. Every feint carried intent. Every step was calculated. In the closing rounds, aggression and control balanced on a razor's edge. Pacquiao pushing for decisive moments, Mayweather managing distance, timing, and risk with veteran composure. When the judges rendered their decision, it confirmed Mayweather's command of the night. Yet Pacquiao's flashes of brilliance and relentless spirit were undeniable. This was more than a championship fight. It was a story of elite skill, emotional stakes, national pride, and the cold, exacting science of boxing at its highest level.
And in the first 30 seconds, a bit of a feeling out process, but it is Manny Pacquiao initiating the attack, and it'll be very good for him to keep his punch combinations at 1 or 2 punches.
By the time rounds 5 through 7 unfolded inside the MGM Grand Garden Arena, the atmosphere was electric. Manny Pacquiao was no longer simply throwing combinations. He was studying, probing, and searching for ways to force Floyd Mayweather Jr. to react. Each movement carried intent, every feint designed to disrupt rhythm and draw out a mistake from one of the most disciplined defensive fighters in the sport.
Hard left hand as if to say, hey, you really think you need to foul me? You're winning the fight anyway.
We get warned for that.
Manny Pacquiao fired sharp, compact combinations that snapped Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s head back, unleashing the lightning hand speed that had defined his career and igniting the crowd with every surge. For brief moments, momentum seemed to tilt his way, but each time Pacquiao broke through, Mayweather answered with precision. A subtle lean off the center line, a disciplined shoulder roll, a counter thrown in the blink of an eye, and just like that, control shifted back into Floyd's hands.
And because he's the taller fighter, he's out of range.
And Mayweather lands 50% of his power punches, which means mostly those right hands.
Virtually every other opponent are swinging at air against Floyd Mayweather here tonight.
You don't call him the best defensive fighter ever
Right
for no
hand
reason.
by Pacquiao as Mayweather was trying to get away.
Even when Manny Pacquiao dug sharp shots to the body, Floyd Mayweather Jr. barely reacted. A brief nod, a small pivot, a quiet reset of his stance, and he was back dictating the terms. He absorbed the impact without surrendering his composure, never allowing emotion to override calculation. Every step, every slip, every counter was deliberate, reinforcing his command of the moment.
The ringside scorers, two of them are Steve Bartlett of Showtime and Harold Letterman of HBO. Let's take a look at what Harold has so far.
It was as if Floyd Mayweather Jr. carried a mental reset button. Every jab, every twitch, every moment of hesitation was processed and stored in real time, adjustments made before the next exchange even began. Between rounds, the corners pulsed with urgency. Freddie Roach gestured emphatically, urging Manny Pacquiao to keep the combinations tight and stay alert for the counter. Across the ring, Floyd Mayweather Sr. spoke in measured tones, reinforcing strategy and subtle psychological pressure. What unfolded was more than a physical contest. It was a high-stakes battle of intellect and nerve, where every adjustment carried consequences. Manny Pacquiao created flashes of electricity throughout the fight. A sudden flurry, a perfectly timed straight left, and the arena would erupt, fans rising as one. In those brief surges, momentum felt fragile, almost volatile. For a split second, the structure of the fight seemed ready to crack, and chaos felt within reach.
But here in round 7 now, Manny Pacquiao going on the attack, the fan rallying behind him.
And he's landed a few jabs.
Oh, there's a jab that caught Pacquiao off balance. Total punches in round 6, by the way. Pacquiao, 13 of 25 in the jab, 8 of 13 in the power.
But Floyd Mayweather Jr., the architect of controlled chaos, adjusted in an instant, tightening his defense, shifting his feet, and restoring order before momentum could fully turn.
To the 8th round, good pull counter right hand by Mayweather.
Let's see if Manny Pacquiao can answer that. Great right hand for Floyd Mayweather.
Rounds 8 through 10 marked the point where the fight's tactical sophistication could no longer be overlooked. Manny Pacquiao found sharper openings, driving clean left hands to the head and digging to the body, shifting seamlessly from low to high and back again. The layered attack forced Floyd Mayweather Jr. to recalibrate, tightening his guard, altering angles, and responding with measured counters to keep control of the tempo.
Mayweather trying to set the trap with the jabs. There's another couple of lead left hooks that Pacquiao has definitely not been reckless by any means, has been controlled, but has shown flashes.
Yet breaking Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s rhythm proved nearly impossible. His traps, feints, check hooks, and counter right hands were delivered with surgical precision, disrupting momentum before it could fully build. The numbers reinforced what was unfolding in real time. Power punch percentages and total connects illustrated the contrast at the heart of the fight. Volume from Manny Pacquiao versus the calculated efficiency and accuracy that defined Mayweather's approach.
This is what the people paid to see. Kind of giving you his head. Trust me, he's not giving you his head. He wants you to commit so he can counter.
Lead left hook the check.
Manny Pacquiao increased his output, pressing the action and throwing in higher volume in an effort to overwhelm. Floyd Mayweather Jr. remained selective, releasing fewer punches but placing them with sharper intent and cleaner accuracy. Whenever Pacquiao appeared to break through, Mayweather responded with composed, clinical counters. Precise shots that shifted momentum back his way and left sections of the crowd murmuring in stunned appreciation.
Floyd Sr. wants him to come forward. He's spending most of his time on his back foot, which we've seen all the time.
Yeah, and Manny has to not stay out there when he's not busy.
By rounds 11 and 12, the tension inside the arena had reached its peak. Manny Pacquiao pressed forward with renewed urgency, increasing his aggression and looking to seize the moment with tight inside combinations and lunging left-right crosses. Each advance carried a sense of finality. The crowd roared with every exchange, rising and falling with each swing, their energy amplifying the drama of the closing minutes.
And I think this last...
Under a minute and a half left in the 10th. Left hand again by Pacquiao. Has Floyd on the ropes. Floyd again shifts to his left. And that's the one thing about Manny Pacquiao, effective whether you go left or...
But Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s defensive brilliance never wavered. He sidestepped danger, rolled with the punches, absorbed what he had to, and answered with crisp counters. All with the composed assurance of a veteran who had faced every style imaginable. Lead foot positioning, subtle shifts in leg movement, careful pacing, even the perception of who was dictating aggression. Each detail fed into a layered psychological contest. In those final moments, the fight was no longer just physical. It was a calculated battle of awareness, control, and ring intelligence.
The boxer Floyd Mayweather, the offensive juggernaut Manny Pacquiao.
The final seconds crackled with anticipation. Floyd Mayweather Jr. snapped a sharp lead right hand just before the horn, a final punctuation mark on a night defined by timing and control. Manny Pacquiao answered with a desperate, rapid-fire flurry, emptying everything he had left as the crowd held its collective breath. Then the bell rang, closing a chapter years in the making. When the scorecards were read, the decision was clear. Unanimous for Mayweather, 118-110, 116-112, 116-112. Still undefeated, he emerged as the unified WBC, WBA, and WBO welterweight champion. The energy inside the arena shifted from frenzy to stunned admiration. Pacquiao's effort was fearless and relentless, but Mayweather's strategy, precision, and composure proved decisive on boxing's biggest stage.
10 seconds left.
10 seconds remain in our...
This fight was never just about punches thrown or rounds won. It was a measured contest of timing, ring intelligence, and disciplined patience. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s defensive command and surgical accuracy ultimately shaped the outcome, each adjustment reinforcing his control of the narrative. At the same time, Manny Pacquiao reminded the world why he stands among the most dynamic offensive fighters in boxing history, flashing speed and daring that kept the tension alive until the final bell. In the end, the bout transcended the sport itself. It became a story of national pride, emotional gravity, and the precise science of elite competition. Two icons, two philosophies, and one unforgettable night that left a permanent imprint on boxing history.
Judge at ringside, Dave Moretti scores the bout 118-110. Judges Bert Clements and Glenn Feldman both score the bout the same, 116-112. All three in favor of the winner.
The subtleties of the contest were just as compelling as the exchanges themselves. Manny Pacquiao used compact, sticky punches, leaning into forearms and darting inside with quick lunges, to constantly test openings and disrupt rhythm. Across from him, Floyd Mayweather Jr. relied on the full spectrum of his defensive arsenal. The shoulder roll, a disciplined high guard, and subtle feints that drew reactions before counters snapped back in response. Each layer of defense chipped away at Pacquiao's attempts to build sustained momentum. The corners added another dimension. Freddie Roach pushed for measured aggression and tighter combinations, while Floyd Mayweather Sr. emphasized patience, positioning, and psychological pressure. Their guidance underscored that this was never simply about output. Victory hinged not on who threw more, but on who landed cleaner, more consequential punches at decisive moments. Preparation also played a critical role. Pacquiao's conditioning, footwork endurance, injury management, and mental discipline were as vital as any single exchange under the lights. At this level, every detail, from recovery protocols to focus under pressure, contributed to a performance shaped as much by preparation and intellect as by physical force. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s defensive IQ set the tone early. Lead right hands, sharp counters, and well-placed body shots transformed each exchange into a calculated chess move. Even when Manny Pacquiao's punches were blocked or partially deflected, they carried urgency, injecting suspense into the arena and keeping fans on edge. Every movement hinted that a single mistake could shift the entire fight. When the judges delivered a unanimous decision, the outcome was definitive. Mayweather remained undefeated, unifying the WBC, WBA, and WBO welterweight titles. Pacquiao's effort was bold and relentless, but Mayweather's precision, strategy, and adaptability proved decisive. In the aftermath, both legacies stood reinforced, Mayweather as a master of defensive and offensive efficiency and Pacquiao as one of the most electrifying offensive forces the sport has ever seen. This was more than a prize fight. It was an enduring spectacle of intellect, emotion, national pride, and technical mastery at the highest level of boxing. Subtle details gave the fight its depth. Manny Pacquiao used compact, sticky punches, sharp body feints, and calculated inside lunges to keep pressure on Floyd Mayweather Jr. and test his reactions. Mayweather answered with discipline. His signature shoulder roll, tight high guard, and subtle positional shifts blunting most of the incoming offense before it could fully develop. The corners influenced every adjustment. Freddie Roach called for measured aggression and shorter combinations, while Floyd Mayweather Sr. reinforced patience and psychological control. Their guidance underscored the mental layers operating beneath the exchanges. Preparation mattered just as much as tactics. Pacquiao's leg conditioning, careful management of minor injuries, and strict adherence to testing protocols were all part of the larger equation. In the end, the principle remained clear: precision outweighed volume. It wasn't the number of punches thrown that determined the outcome, but the intelligence and timing behind the ones that landed. Thanks for stepping into the ring with VIP Punch, the ultimate destination for boxing documentaries, legendary fights, and untold stories of the sport's greatest warriors. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button and let us know which fight or fighter left you in awe. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so you never miss a knockout moment or exclusive behind-the-scenes story. Join our VIP Punch family and become part of a community that lives and breathes boxing. Your next favorite fight is just one click away. Comment below and tell us, which boxer or match should we cover next? We read every comment, and your suggestion could be our next video. Until next time, stay strong, stay sharp, and keep your punches VIP.